Hey, I'm Brian Miller, magician and motivational speaker. If you're a regular subscriber, thanks so much for sticking with me, and if you're new here, welcome to the channel. Today we are doing a shootout between two compact shotgun microphones for video cameras. The first is the Rode VideoMicro, a very popular choice for vlogging. The second is the Sennheiser MKE 400, another popular vlogging choice, but in a completely different price point. Normally you would not be doing a shootout between two different products from two completely different price points. The Rode is only $60, the Sennheiser is $200. Why am I comparing these two? Well, I'm really curious. Those of you who follow me know that my main vlogging camera is the Canon EOS M3 with the Rode VideoMicro attached to it. I've done an entire video about it right here. I picked up the Sennheiser because I've been staring at it for a while and curious about what more it could possibly do for me in the $200 price point than the Rode is already doing. Because to be honest, I've been very happy with the quality in this $60 Rode VideoMicro. Now for those of you who don't know, I come from an audio background. I went to school for audio engineering, and because I was an audio guy first and then I came over to video, I have an interesting relationship with doing video in that I really care about the audio. And bad audio drives me bananas. But let's go over a few of the differences. What makes one of them $60 and the other one $200 before we actually get into the test? Well, the Rode VideoMicro for only $60 has no functions. It just plugs into your camera and that's it. There's no battery, there's no on-off switch, there's no low pass, there's no nothing, there's no volume, nothing. You just plug it in, it uses the camera's power, and that's it. On the other hand, the Sennheiser MKE 400 has an on-off switch. It's powered by a single AAA battery, which is supposed to give you 300 hours of record time. I don't buy that for a second. It's powered by a AAA battery, it's got an on-off switch, and it has a low cut. In other words, it has an option to cut out the low frequencies, the boominess, the bass of a voice, which is ideally meant to deal with wind noise. In addition, it's got two different volume settings. It's got a low setting and a high setting, a minus and a plus. The low volume is designed for close, normal recording distances, while the plus is designed for when you're much further away. One other big difference that'll matter to the audio people out there is that the Rode has a cardioid pickup pattern, which means it picks up from the front, but also a little bit from the sides. The Sennheiser, on the other hand, is a supercardioid, which means it really only picks up from the front. Anything that's not directly in front of it, it's going to try to get rid of. That means the Rode should be better for general vlogging purposes because you don't have to have it directly in front of your mouth in order to get it picked up. While the Sennheiser would be best for documentary-style interviews where you know you're pointing it directly at the person's mouth and you definitely want to get rid of anything else. But in theory, the Sennheiser, because it's such a specific pickup pattern, means that if you're running around as a run and gun vlog style, if you don't have it pointed directly at your mouth, it might not be picking up the full volume of what you're doing, or it might be directly picking up something that's coming right off to your side. But on the other hand, that's like 17 hands, I think, at this point. The Sennheiser is going to pick up your voice and only your voice if you have it pointed at you, and it should get rid of the ambient noise, while the Rode might pick up some ambient noise that you're not looking for. Okay, so those are the major differences. Real quick before we do the test, I want you to know the setup that we're in. I am seated only about 16 inches from the microphones right now. I'm using a very wide angle zoom lens on my EOS M3, which is the 11 to 22 millimeter, and I am at 12 millimeters. And that means I'm at a normal vlogging distance, and that's how I want to test it. This first round of tests is going to have the audio setting to auto on the camera. That means that the camera is going to be determining what the proper input volume is for the microphone at all times. I'm going to show you the Rode and the Sennheiser with the auto leveling. Then we're going to do it again with them both set to manual, and we're going to see if there's any type of difference. I'm also going to do the Sennheiser on the low setting and the high setting, and I'm going to show you the wind cut. Okay, test number one. This is the Rode VideoMicro. I know what this normally sounds like, and you probably know what it sounds like if you follow my vlogs, because this is my normal vlogging setup exactly as it is right now. This is what it sounds like, the Rode VideoMicro with the audio settings set to auto. And this is the Sennheiser MKE 400 in the exact same situation. Exact same situation and the exact same configuration on my camera. This is with the volume minus setting and the full on operation. I'm not using the wind cut right now, so this is the Sennheiser with the minus volume setting on its full configuration. And this is the Rode VideoMicro with the camera on audio manual setting. I have it set so that it's peaking at about -12 dB. If you're not familiar with audio that much, if you're running it on manual, you want it peaking somewhere in the -9 to -12 range, which means you have plenty of headroom. You have lots of extra room before it hits zero. When it hits zero, when audio hits zero in the digital world, this is very different from the old days of analog. When audio hits zero, it clips, and when it clips, it distorts. And I don't mean good, nice sounding distortion like a shredding electric guitar. So this is what the Rode VideoMicro sounds like with the manual setting set to about -12 dB, so it shouldn't be clipping, it shouldn't be distorting, it should sound actually pretty good and pretty clear. And this is the Sennheiser with the audio on manual, peaking at about -12 dB, just like I did for the Rode. So this is the Sennheiser with the manual setting. I am still on the volume minus setting on the Sennheiser. And out of nothing but sheer curiosity, this is now the Sennheiser with the volume plus setting. I'm still on manual, and I'm set to peaking around -12 dB. What I noticed is when I crank this up to the plus setting, it's the microphone is much more sensitive, which means it's got a lot more gain from the microphone itself, which it can only do because it has a battery, which means there's self-power from this microphone. So on the plus setting, it's more sensitive, it's pushing more gain into the camera, which means I was able to go into the camera settings and back off the gain, back off the volume from the camera itself. This is a good thing. Alright, so this is a quick test of the Sennheiser MKE outside with some wind and one of my neighbors mowing their lawn. Right now I'm using the regular settings. It's on. There's no low cut whatsoever. I'm sure the lighting's not good right now. I'm just doing this for the purpose of audio. So now I'm going to switch it over to the low cut and see what happens. Okay, and that's the low cut with the Sennheiser MKE. Like I said, there's a little bit of wind, not that much. My neighbor's mowing their lawn, so you should be able to hear a difference right now. You let me know what it sounds like. You let me know what you think about that. Alright, and just for the sake of being complete, this is the same situation, but now I've got the Rode VideoMicro on with the dead cat because there's no other options. There's no low cut. This is the best you can do, and that's a B. Oof. So this is what it sounds like out in some wind, a very, very warm day. I'm sure you can tell by the way the sun's beating down on me. Some neighbors mowing lawns, and this is what it sounds like. So let me know what you think. Okay, so that's the test. Which one did you like better? Which one did you think sounded better? I have no idea what the difference is right now because I haven't actually gone and listened to it yet. I don't think I'm going to include my opinion in this video. I haven't even heard it yet, so I'm just going to end the video right now. So you should leave your opinion in the comments. The $60 Rode VideoMicro, the $200 Sennheiser MKE 400. Is the Sennheiser worth over 3 times the price of the Rode? Or for 60 bucks is the Rode absolutely fine for vlogging purposes? It's up to you. You decide. Let me know in the comments. I will do a follow-up video at some point with my opinion, my review, after having listened to the shootout. Thanks very much. My name is Brian Miller. If you enjoyed this, please do hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. I've got a lot of fun stuff like vlogs from all over the world doing magic shows and motivational speeches. I've got inspirational videos. I've got tech gear and travel gear reviews. Starting to do some more camera stuff, and pretty soon I'll be doing a lot more magic on this channel because you guys have been requesting it. Thanks again. My name is Brian Miller, and always remember that our world is a shared experience.